Guys, again, welcome to our Making Monday Matters, guys. We are so excited. This is episode 5. Boys, we're about to go into the second hand, but
Yeah.
we're very excited. We're going to keep this thing moving. We want to bring content to the market. We want to make sure that individuals are plugged in and getting some value from all that we're bringing to the table. Guys, it's all about finance, man. Financial literacy is so imperative. I think our people are perishing due to lack of financial literacy,
Yes.
having access to resources and information that'll help them to win in the money game. And we have a plug, we have a solution to that. And we're so excited with the company that we vetted. I think it really it really hits on every point in terms of helping individuals get their finances on point, and then turning that into the lifestyle that we'll all be striving for. What do you think about that, James?
I mean, it's the missing piece. You ever hear that old adage, I taught him everything that he knows, but I
Yes,
didn't teach him everything that I know. And I think that's the system we're in. That's the situation we're in. We've been taught a lot of things by a lot of people about how to win and how to succeed, but they haven't taught us what they know
right,
because we don't have the same results.
right. That's so very true. Wow. Yeah, and that's the thing. They rip the page out the manual. They give you just enough to get by and not enough to get ahead.
Exactly.
And that's just simply a reality where we're excited and committed to changing that. We're bringing and giving folks access to resources. Now it's up to you to put yourself in a position and realize I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. What I've been doing is not working. I need to open up and change the way I think.
Yes.
Because in order to receive the information we bring you, you got to, one, come to the reality that what I'm doing is not working.
Yes.
It's working for this. People over here are winning, but I'm not winning. So there's something missing. Once you realize that and open up the mind and say, I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I need more information. I want access to the plug. Then you get this information, you'll be more receptive. So, one of the things I will share with you guys is we have a movement taking place. It's called the 72-hour money challenge. Guys, this company that we work with, MWR, is absolutely the most comprehensive financial service program in the marketplace. As we just shared, James said, we have the missing piece that will help you to get your money right. Understand what I'm sharing with you guys, which is absolutely exciting. So we challenge individuals. We challenge you to take the 72-hour challenge where simply allow our experts who do all the work on your behalf and you get the results. Think about that. I always tell people, James, smart people aren't rich. I mean, rich people aren't smart. They just have access to the smart people. And they pay the top dollars because most people are priced out of the system. They pay the top dollars to get access to the secrets to learning the money game. And you've been in that space as a retired banker, where you dealt with million-dollar multimillionaires and they had access to the plug. I mean, share what your thoughts are in regards to that.
I mean, it's just two worlds. They're two totally different worlds.
Wow.
And I had some level of success before I was invited into that world. And when I got in that world, I knew nothing about it. And so if I'm thinking I'm an elite banker, I'm really good, I'm best in class, and I get invited to another realm, and it's like I'm a baby and I don't know anything, it was shocking. And I'm a banker. So what is the
Right.
regular everyday people who've never been in that environment? How are they supposed to thrive and succeed and grasp these financial concepts? I think it's almost impossible.
Right.
Unless, like you said, if you open your mind and you really start to believe and start to read and start to invest in basically creating things. Like wealthy people are creators. They create
Right.
things. And I didn't get that until I got into that world and said, I got to start creating some things. And the first thing is I had to create the willingness to research and to study and to really just know what I'm doing, become a subject matter expert. And I'm
Right.
not saying that everybody needs to become a subject matter expert, but the principles, the formulas, and the methodologies with becoming a subject matter expert will help you in your journey.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And that's the key thing where, you don't have to be, that's what we love about this. You don't have to become the expert.
Exactly.
We give you access to the expert. We're talking about $5 a day, $149.97 for you and your spouse, where you now have access to the experts. No contract, no startup fee. Now you have individuals like James who's put in the work. You have CPAs, ENAs, estate planners who's going to help you so you don't have to worry about that part. We have the financial experts who will help you to solidify your foundation, to clog the leaks. Because once you do that, all you're going to do is send them some basic information. We're going to improve your credit and all that. They're going to ask you for a few documents, and then the expert is going to do all the work. They're going to turn your expenses into income. I mean, literally, they turn your expenses into income. Because one of the things I need you to understand, we have these four things that's pulling money out of our bank accounts, out of our pockets. One is debt. Debt has surpassed taxes in terms of your number one expense. Trillions of dollars in credit card debts, trillions of dollars in student loan debts. People are behind on their mortgages. So, what the company does, what this membership does, we're going to help you to become debt free in record time. Not only that, though, we're going to help you to reduce your taxes so that while you're working hard for your money, instead of giving it to Uncle Sam, we're going to minimize for you're paying the least amount of taxes possible. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. But not only that, guys, imagine having experts call your reoccurring bills, your cell phone bill, your cable bill, your internet bill, all these guys that continue, it's an ongoing expense. It is always going up. We have experts who call your bills to reduce it down to the lowest cost possible. If they lower it 20, 30, $40, that's money back in your pocket. And then we're going to improve your credit. Because if you have bad credit, ladies and gentlemen, simply put, that's another tax. You're getting taxed on paying higher interest rates, higher premiums, higher down payments. These are dollars coming out of your pocket. But when you get up into that 700, 800 plus credit score, man, there's no down payments, low premiums. That's more money back in your pocket. On average, with this membership, man, we're putting over $2,000 on average back into our members' pockets. Now, of course, all everyone's experience is different because everyone has different situations. But an extra 500, an extra $1,000 going back into your household, what will that do for you? That puts you in a position where you could save more, grow more, protect more money. It puts you in a position where you could put your kids into private schools or get that tutorage or put them into the summer camps and things of that nature that just brings a quality of life. I mean, what do you say in regards to just creating that cash flow so that people can afford to enhance their lifestyles? What do you say to that there, James?
I mean, that's the difference between having to have a part-time job or not, and being able to buy some of your freedom. Because when we talk about lifestyle, what we really talk about is freedom.
Right, right.
And we have to realize that freedom, there's different levels of freedom. And so if we could just start buying back some of your time, that's a great start.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that would be a great conversation to have once we go through this because, this is what we say Money Matters Monday. And this is a little bit different. Usually, this is a compressed presentation, but on this platform, we stretch it out. We want to have dialogue
Yes.
because freedom is what we're looking for, guys. Understand this. I always say you're not free until you're financially free, where you could do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want. Freedom is where you could go on vacation, buy a ticket one way. And then so you could be on vacation as long as you want to, because your money is on auto pay. You're paying your bills, you ain't got nobody to clock into. So we're going to talk about that and how you can put yourself in position. But here's the key thing: you now will have people just like the wealthy. See, like I said earlier, rich people have people. They got a team of individuals behind them, navigating them and helping them to be able to win in the money game. You now are going to be able to do that, so you don't have to give your money to the government, banks, and big business. And we guarantee your results. Who does that? Guys, the company literally said if our experts cannot put more money back in your pockets, more than the cost of your membership every month, we'll give you a $30. I mean, within the first 30 days, we'll give you a full refund. So it doesn't matter if you have $2 in your pocket or $2 million in your pocket. One thing that we have in common is expenses. We all pay bills. We all have loans, taxes, health, money, mortgage. I mean, these are things that consist, whether you're a six-figure earner or a seven-figure earner, you just broke on different levels. And you've experienced that, James, haven't you?
Yeah. It's one
You
of
have.
those where, the more money you make, the greater the expenses. I will tell you the good news is that a lot of these expenses are write-offs. Uh,
Right.
and that's where the turning expenses into income. Wealthy and rich people and business owners have been doing this since the beginning of the time.
It's the way the laws are written.
The tax code, it's for that. It's for the haves and the have-nots. And so we're trying
Absolutely.
to help you get to the right side of the ledger.
Absolutely, man. That's powerful. I mean, I always say the tax codes are written for the business owner and the landowner,
Hmm.
where you have the ability to truly put yourself in a position to leverage that. Man, you're in such an amazing place, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be able to get immediate, ongoing results that last for a lifetime. And
Yes.
this is the great thing about this. I want to point out a lifetime because we're breaking generational curses. So as you learn this information, because the mindset we have in our relationship we have with money is the same, is taught to us. Our parents taught us how to deal with finances, save, invest, don't spend the whole dollar. One of my mentors said, don't spend the whole dollar, Jim Rohn. Let me take you to the neighborhood of people who spend the whole dollar. I stumbled across a video. I don't know if you watched it, James.
I did.
Was it Uncle
Scrooge.
McDuck?
Yeah.
Where he was teaching his nephew, his grandchildren about money, and he was saying how money has to continue to be flowing. And I mean, it was so. And this is 1967. I remember sitting in my babysitters watching that, but no one sat me to the side and really explained it to me. There's a difference in getting information and having someone to help you to comprehend the information. You understand what I'm saying? That was just a seed dropped. And I just sit back and think about me watching that back in 1967. But I wasn't born yet. But when I was in my 1970, 72, somewhere around there, I was in a babysitter. I was watching it being entertained, but someone else's household was watching it being educated just because of the environment. What if someone sat down and said, do you really understand what he just said? You see what I'm saying? Man, that was when I saw that, that blew my mind. But here's the thing I want you to understand. Let's move this thing accordingly. This is our membership where you have experts for $5 a day covering you, your spouse, no contract, no setup fees, improving your debt, eliminating your debt, improving your credit, reducing your taxes, lowering your bills. That's true value. Average $2,000 coming into an individual's household. Individuals need this. And we're looking for folks to help put this word out, which is bringing forth the business opportunity. See, you can share this information with other people, asking them, hey, have you heard of the 72-hour money challenge? Have you taken the 72-hour money challenge? And of course, they say no. We can share it with them. And if you decide to become a partner with us with just $100 one-time investment, so it's $149.97 plus $100, $249.97, you are now a business owner, which comes to the point where, as James said, you turn expenses into write offs. You turn your expenses into income. So now for 149, 249, you're in business. $250. Now all you do is simply refer the 72-hour money challenge to the masses, and then the experts go and do all the work, and you get paid. Guys, we work smarter, not harder. Where can you go and get paid on a daily basis for work that someone else is doing and you get the results? Guys, our company is absolutely lucrative. This opportunity is amazing. They have what is called a revenue share program where you earn $5 to $15,000 a day. Me and a partner was talking over the weekend with this program that we have. We truly have the ability to show people how to become millionaires if they're willing to shift their thinking and put in the work. You can go from making $5 a day to $20 a day to $100 a day to $15,000 a day. If you're willing to follow the yellow brick road, we have systems in place that will help you to move through that process, whether you go fast or you go slow. And then we have the ability to help when we bring on new partners. You get $30 to $150 for new partners to come on board, just to incentivize you to just simply share this information as you grow your business and bring on 6 or more people into the business every week from Monday to Sunday midnight. The company gives you another $300, what they call team growth bonus. We build this thing from week to week. And then when you first come in, we want to get you some results real quick. So we put $1,500 on the table in your first 90 days. We compress that to your first 30 days, where we show people how to take a $250 investment and turn it into over $2,000, because you're going to get $150 your first week on top of your other one. When you get 3 partners on board, just to explain this to you, you bring on 3 partners who say, man, I want to be a part of this. This is amazing. And one membership, you're going to get to the position where you're making $5 a day, $150 a month on a guaranteed residual basis. Now your membership, your business is paid for. And then the company gives you a $150 momentum bonus. So you just made over $300 just like that. You got your investment back and then some. Now, we duplicate everything we do. That's why we keep it very simple. So we help those 3 do what you did to get your 3. Now you have 12 people on your team, $20 a day, $600 a month, and they're going to give you $450 in a momentum bonus. Plus, you now get $300 every single week. You bring on 6 new partners, and then we duplicate it again. Those 12 get 3. That's 36 people. $50 a day, $1,500 a month. I call that lifestyle shifting, because an extra $1,000, $1,500 a month added to what you're currently doing, usually that can shift. You can save more, you can invest more, you could go on more vacations, you can eat more quality food. It changes the game. That extra $1,500 plus they give you that $900 momentum bonus. So that's a total of $1,500 plus all the other bonuses, over $2,000 from a $250 investment within your first 30 days. I mean, come on, that's amazing. Would you agree, James?
I would totally agree. It is amazing. You know,
Absolutely, guys. So here's the question. What's your number? I mean, where do you want to be comfortable? Is it an extra $600 a month, $3,000 a month, 6 figures where you're making $9,000 a month? Or we could literally show you how to become a millionaire where you're making $90,000 a month. Now, I know for some people, they can't put their head around that. But when you plug yourself into a system, see, if I pull LeBron James out of all his businesses and his what he put in place and made him work for a McDonald's franchise. The McDonald's franchise is designed to pay $15 an hour, $20 an hour. They'll probably give him a manager's position, but that's all that system pays no matter what. So most people can't put their head around making $3,000 a day, $90,000 a month, let alone $15,000 a day, because they're not in an environment, in a system that's willing to pay them that. But I need y'all to understand this. This company, MWR, is a system where you plug in and you grow into your position. We help you on that journey. You're a business for yourself, but not by yourself. You just simply follow the yellow brick road, and you can eventually become a solid 6 figure, 7 figure. I mean, 6 figures is just 480 people. You could get that done in 90 days. You could get it done in 6 months or 6 years. It's up to you. We don't put brakes on anybody. It's based on your initiative. Understand what I'm sharing with you, but the system is in place. And the same thing applies to making $1 million. You can get that done in the next year, the next 2 years. We have formulas in place where you can get it done literally in the next 12 months, 7 months, 6 months, what have you. But it's all based on your efforts. The question is, how much do you want? Do you want all the money or some of the money? All of the money or some of the money? Some of the money is, hey, I just want the membership. I want the experts. I know I need them. I am tired of trying to figure this thing out. We will get you set up with the experts. Simply send a text message to whoever shared this information with you. Let's get you plugged in and connected with your experts. You get a portal. It's a private portal. It walks you through every step of the way. If you got to fix your credit, you go to where it says credit, and they'll show you some videos. They'll walk you through what documents is needed. And it's a process that we don't have access to. You're the only one who will know what you're working on, not the person who enrolls you, which I love. Because people are private when it comes to money, right? And then if you're ready to be all in and join us on this movement, man, text the number two to the individual. I think it's one. Text one to the individual who says, "Hey, man, I'm ready to join the business. I want to be a part of this movement. And man, we're gonna lock arms and go to work. I want to encourage you to come back. We have a Project 10,000 that's taking place tonight at 7:20 p.m. You come on board and now you see this opportunity. You want to turn around and invite everybody you know who's sharp, motivated, with common sense in a bank account, who says, I want in. And we get them plugged in, get them onto watching and hearing from some of our major presenters where they can see and hear this information for themselves and join your business, and then get you into profit mode right away. We're blitzing every single day or every single night at 7:20. We can show you literally how to just become a master promoter, get your guests in front of the information, and get your business rocking and rolling and moving to the next level. So with that being said, I want to come out the presentation and just have a conversation with you, man. I wanted to let folks know that we get the cash flow out the way with the vehicle that we have here with MWR, which is exciting. What you doing, man? I see what you did over there. You flipped it on me.
I did.
I got discombobulated real quick, man.
I
I
did. I
love
wanted
that.
to show off.
I love it. So I mean, give me based on everything you just heard. I really would love for you and you're a subject matter expert in this space. I really would love for you to just share with people what we talk about when we say going from the cash flow and building that lifestyle where you have that freedom. Just really talk about that. Let's build on that.
So the first thing that comes to mind is the lack of access and education around wealth and wealth and being wealthy. I come from a community, a society that just didn't teach these principles.
Right.
And so you always hear me refer to utility. And utility is basically energy. And whoever controls the energy controls the wealth. And so wealth, in my opinion, is like a monopoly. Only a few people really control it. But what I love about this platform, what I love about this program is it has everything you need to take your life and the things you're trying to do to the next level. Because how are wealthy people able to sustain their wealth and do these things? Because they have access. And
Right.
we have this kind of access. And it is really simple. All MWR is showing you how to do is monetize yourself like big business and corporations and governments have been doing for eons. So
Right.
it's the same formula. It's just now you're doing it for yourself. And in order to do that, you have to have a team. It's hard to build wealth with one paycheck from one town, from one office, from one building. I want to get revenue from North Carolina, from Atlanta, from
Right.
California, from I want it from all over because I can. One paycheck is just too small for me.
That's right.
And this
Multiple streams.
this system allows you to expand your horizons. Wherever there's people, there's utility. And
Right.
what and how many people could benefit from a program like this?
Millions.
Millions. And so we're saying, 480 people, you know, um, you can do so much with this platform. And really what we're talking about is just the first phase,
Right.
creating the cash flow. The lifestyle components, we haven't even gone into that and what it looks like. But I
Absolutely.
tell you, it's
Absolutely.
beautiful, it's amazing, it's wonderful, as it should be. And that's why
As it
wealthy people enjoy the fruits and the benefits of it because it is beautiful, it's wonderful, and more of us need to experience it. But you got to start somewhere, and that somewhere starts with cash flow. So that's why we
absolutely.
spend this time. And so really, it's just monetization. It's not a fancy word, it's just simple monetization. Learn how to monetize ourselves like the governments, companies, and corporations have monetized us.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, and that's why we have this conversation. You drop those little golden nuggets. I call them bars because they're not nuggets, they're bars. And in music they talk about bars, but we talk about golden bars.
Yes.
Um, the heavy ones that got ounces. Um, because you got to learn to speak the language of the wealthy. Utilities, you know, monetization. I mean, all those things are conversations that, okay, how can I monetize this? The things that I'm doing, how can I make this into profits? You know, because time is money. What does that mean? You know, one of the things when you say 480 individuals, we talk about 480 savers. I mean, and just because we're looking for folks who are already saving or have the mindset that they want to save more. Because once we get you into the position of saving and not spending the whole dollar, now we could work with you. Now we're not looking for those folks who are into that get rich quick, massive consumption, going out there just getting money to go and buy depreciating assets. No, we want to move you through the process of generating cash flow to put it into vehicles of savings, to generate that to investments that will build wealth and use your assets to buy the toys. There's nothing wrong with having toys, but you want your assets to be buying the toys instead of just going from cash to trash. And that's what unfortunately most people are doing. They go from cash to trash. That's why the government is so willing to give you a stimulus check. They stimulate your psyche because they know once I give you $1,000, you're gonna run out and stimulate the economy because we're consumers. We just consume. We don't produce. We consume, and that's the way our economy runs. And there's nothing wrong with that in terms of capitalism. But I promise you, those who had financial literacy, they didn't give you $1,000 to save and invest. They didn't give you those stimulus checks to save and invest, and most people didn't. That's why Louis Vuitton became the wealthiest person during the pandemic. Cats ran out and bought bags. I saw. I was about to use a word, but that's a different way of getting. That's not wealthy. Big hat, small cattle. but there's another word I want to use, but I'm not going to use it here. It's it's uh it's something rich. You know, do you remember
Yep.
that? You know the
Yeah.
terminology I'm trying to get.
Yes,
I
I
can't
do.
I can't rephrase it without phrasing it.
Yes.
But we gotta grow beyond that.
And you're right. The fix is in. That's why, and at an extreme level, same thing with the lottery. They know the majority of people who win these big lotteries, that money's all coming back.
It's coming back.
It's all coming back. And in 5 years, they might not have a penny left in their name.
They're broker than they were.
Yes,
They say a fool and their money will soon depart.
correct.
And that's why we're on a mission to really bring forth financial literacy and just let people know that we just want to encourage you to learn the money game.
Yes,
Learn this thing. Be a student, man. Read the books, listen to the tapes, plug into this Zoom that we're doing every single Monday, and we're striving to bring more and more content. We bringing back. We have "You Are the Bag" that we do at 7 p.m. We're going to resume that next Monday. One of our partners unfortunately had his father pass away, and our prayers go out to Wes. But that's where we go into a real deep dive and just talk about how the relationships with our money, being the bag, and being the asset, and all that. I mean, that's that heavy, deep level conversation that we want to make sure that you have access to, because once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
correct.
And that's the beautiful thing with that. Once you learn this, you can't unlearn it. And we're going to say it and give it to you over and over and over again. I'm so excited about what's going to take place as we start putting more content, getting more individuals, eyeballs, and ears listening to this information. And we know it's a process, and we're committed to that process. What's freedom to you, sir?
Freedom to me, and I've battled with it. I was in corporate America where they had all my time, but I was making some decent money. So
Hmm.
money was uh, part of my freedom. Uh, and there were times where I wasn't working so much, so I had a lot of time, but I didn't have a lot of money. And so for
Right,
me, the highest level, what I like to call elite freedom, is when I have time and money.
right.
And for me, working less and making more is so appealing to me. It's
Absolutely.
so worthwhile a goal for me. And that's what I wake up with every day. How do I work less and make more? Because I
Absolutely.
have to protect this asset. And working a gazillion hours doesn't protect this asset. And you said
Not at
it
all.
best. Two jobs is for two people. So
Right.
that's my definition, having more money and more time.
Absolutely. More money and more time. And that's why I work hard now so I don't have to work hard later. And everything I put my efforts in has to bring me leverage and residual. I
Yep.
don't touch anything that requires me to do all the work. I'm building the assets that will allow me to eventually be able to walk on the beaches of the world, man, and not have to. I call that coconut money. Freedom is having options. Freedom is having money out of the way where you could do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want, going on vacation, whenever you want. Be called, hey, James, listen, man, we're going over to the Turcos Caicos next weekend. Let's go.
Hmm.
We out,
Yes.
and not having to worry about that and just buy a ticket one way. How many of us ever been on vacations where after 5 days it's time to go back home and you're not done because now you got to go back to work Monday? But freedom is where you say, you know what? I'm not ready to go home yet. And you can literally just stay a few more days and then buy your ticket back when you're finished. That's freedom. And I didn't realize that. I had this epiphany a few years ago. I was on vacation and I met this older white couple, man, and they were like, yeah, we've been here for about 10, 11 days. We're not sure exactly when we're going to go back home. And I was just sitting there looking at them like, what do you mean? That just blew my mind. And I just started talking, and they were like, we're pretty much free. We have businesses that's self-sustained, and we're just living our life. And I said, that's what I want right there. I just looked at freedom face to face. Um, and of course, there's other levels. Like you said, there's levels to freedom. Freedom is getting from behind the bars. Not,
And
but yeah.
and if I could just share one thing just to piggyback on what you're talking about, my highest level of freedom is having 6 Saturdays and a Sunday.
Oh,
And
I remember you saying that when I first met you. Explain that
because when are people most happiest? Monday through
on the
Friday
weekend,
or Saturday or Sunday?
on the weekends,
Weekend. So why wouldn't I want to have a lifestyle that mirrors when most people are happiest? And
right?
so if I can structure and create enough wealth where my lifestyle really is 6 Saturdays and Sunday, I think that sets me up to be the most happiest I can be. And that's
Absolutely,
another version of what you talked about with meeting that couple. Like, why are we
absolutely,
talking about that? And if you're not talking about that, you're not planning for it.
exactly. Exactly. That's so solid. I met a gentleman who he put in his work, served the military. He had some good jobs, post office, things of that nature. He said every day now he's retired. He's fortunate to have been in a position where he got those pensions. Pensions don't exist anymore for most people. And he set himself up real good. And unfortunately, most people, and this is who we're talking to right now. Some folks got that money set up and did well, but I'm talking to the majority, where he said every day is a Saturday, and he's free. I mean, every day is a Saturday. He got his set money coming in. He's doing his thing, and I was like, man, that's a beautiful place to be. And that's what we want everyone to be able to have options and be able to do that. And that's why what we bring to the table, the vehicles we bring to the table, will help people to make that happen. And we'll continue to bring this information and let it be pure and truly bring it where folks can grab it, embrace it, and then implement it. And that's what it really boils down to. So, any final remarks before we depart?
I guess the only thing I'd close on, it's not hocus pocus, it's not magic. It's a formula based on principles.
Right.
And that's what we're about. It's showing you the formula, showing you the principles. That means if I follow the principles, if I follow the formula, I can get what they have. And when I say
Absolutely.
they, I mean, I'm talking about the wealthy, the elite, the people with resources. You can do it, but it's hard to do the right thing in the wrong system.
I love when you say that because that's so true.
And the last thing I'll say, and I'll turn it back over to you, a lot can be learned by what's not being taught.
Right. Absolutely. Oh man. Man, how you gonna drop those jewels and we
Bars.
gotta leave? That's a bar, bro. That's another hour to
It's
be continued.
to be continued.
Because the reality is you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know what you don't know. So there's so much information, but it's right in your face.
Can I drop
And we're
one?
not that far away because they make it seem so. And here's another thing. I'll say this and we're gonna break out. And I'm so fired up because we broke the code with this formula that we have going on right now, man. And get back with me or someone who's plugged in, those of you who are listening, and say, I want to learn about the code. I want to break the code too, because they make it seem so complicated, but yet it's so simple.
Yes.
They make it seem so complicated, but yet it's so simple. It's like a Rubik's cube. I have one. Once you figure it out, you got it. And that it's a formula. It's just once you figure that thing out, then you could do it again and again. Then you could teach it and show others how to do it. And that's exactly what we've done. And we're so excited about that. I strongly encourage you to come back tonight, 7:20. Let me show you.
Next week.
What's
Oh, I
that?
thought you
No,
were talking about ours.
definitely next week, not today, for our You Are the Bag. Matter of fact, let's go back to that slide real quick. Hold for 1 second here. Um, I want to show you guys. We have You Are the Bag. We got a where is it? There it goes. So tonight, I want to encourage you to come back and participate in this event. Hear the presentation again. If or just come on board right now. Get back with whoever shared this information with you. If you're on my platforms, get back with me. My number will be in the comments. If you're on James' platforms, which we'll be sharing this, get back with him so we could get you plugged in, or any of our business partners. But along with that, I want to go back to the original page where we had our show you our flyer that we're going to be doing on an ongoing basis. You Are the Bag, same platform every Monday night, 7 p.m. This Monday, we're not doing it, but we will be resuming on the following Monday, next Monday, so that we can get this information in front of each and every one of you guys. So with that being said, man, let's go after this thing, take charge, and let's go and grow, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you for listening in. If you love the information you heard, like and share and pass it along to the people that you know and love. And let's go out here and get our money in order. With that being said, thank you guys. God bless. Take charge. Thanks,
Right.
James.
Thank you.